everyone. It's around 7 a.m. here at the Adenta Police Station, Saturday at the 13th of March 2021. And your guess is as good as mine. We all gathered here to embark on a cycling that is meant to create awareness about autism. It's all about the Listino Center for Children with Special Needs. They put together this particular activity with young Phil, an autistic child who is going to ride all the way from here to the Shai Hills, and it promises to be very, very, very interesting, exciting, and you don't need to miss this. You need to be a part of this. So I can count about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to about 40 or 50 cyclists, all dressed up in their cycling apparel, ready to embark on this trip to support young Phil as he creates awareness about autism. I have with me young Phil right here together with Kelvin, one of his trainers, and I'll be talking to them. We shall also be talking to a couple of people about the expectations for this particular autism awareness creation, which is ahead of this year's World Autism Day. I can see you guys are geared up for the trip. How prepared are you for the trip today?
We are 100% prepared.
100% prepared.
Yeah.
What has gone into the training ahead of this particular activity?
A lot. We put more effort so that we can do it. Yeah, we put our all best, so we are ready for it.
Are we gonna go slow? Is it gonna be fast?
Are
we gonna experience some stopovers?
It's going to be. It's going to be fast.
Going to be fast.
Yeah.
Wow. So it means that everyone has to be energetic enough in order to catch up.
Yes, please.
All right.
This is the day that we've been waiting for. We thank you that we are all alive, kicking and strong. As we are going to undertake this trip of riding, we pray for your presence among the riders. We pray for your absolute protection on the way. Lead us peacefully to Shai Hill and bring us back. We commit the entire project unto you. Let it be a success. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Oh, fine.
Okay. So, how ready are you for today's exercise?
Very, very, very hot. I'm on heat, Seth.
You're on heat.
I'm on heat.
So, for how long have you been training?
Oh, in fact, every day I'm on training. Every day.
Is this the first time participating in this?
Oh, nah. You have a group. Today they said some weren't able to come, but I have my friends here. This one, another one is there. Oh, yeah, more. They are here.
So, were you part of the previous, awareness creation exercise?
That time I was out of school, so I was able to come.
So, we should watch out for you, right?
Yeah.
All the best.
Very much.
So, come on.
Morning.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How ready are you?
I'm comfortable already.
You're very ready. For how long have you been training to do this?
Because of where I don't used to train.
You don't really train. So do you think you can get there without getting so exhausted?
I can get there. I have the energy.
Have the energy?
Yes.
Some energy drinks in your bag?
No.
Just water?
Yes.
I'm Nana Boatin.
Say again?
Nana Boatin.
Nana Boatin?
Yeah.
How ready are you?
I'm ready.
Very ready. For how long have you been training?
I started cycling about a year ago, but I stopped along the line, and I'm back. I started like 2 weeks ago.
All right. So you think you can make it to the destination without getting extremely exhausted?
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay. What do you know about autism?
Not that much, but I know there are special kids that have this disability or something somewhere that brought them about, but still God's creation, so we still give thanks to God.
So what do you think people are supposed to know about autism?
But that I think there's a special day reserved for them, so the publication should go more, so that Ghanaians will accept them as part of us.
Okay, thank you very much. You're welcome. Yeah, hello my brother, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you?
By the grace of God, I'm fine.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Ruben.
I'm good. Okay, Ruben.
Yeah.
I guess you're prepared for today's exercise. How
yeah.
prepared are you?
Oh, by the grace of God, we are well prepared. As you can see, this is my bike. And we are from Ashama all the way to this place.
A Shai man.
Yes.
Wow.
A Shai man. And our team is world best.
What's your name?
The team is world best cycling team.
Welbeck.
Yeah, world best, world best
Welbeck.
cycling team. GH. Yeah.
Okay, all the way from Ashama. So
All the way
how many are you here?
We are 6. We are 6.
Okay, so 6 of you from World Best Cycling
Yeah,
Team.
yeah.
And for how long have you been training?
Oh, almost 15 years.
Okay.
Almost 15 years, and we are happy to join such program like this.
What motivated you to come all the way to
In
be part
fact,
of this?
I saw the how do you call it, the banner on our page, and I was motivated. A guy who is trying to bring up cycling together is a great achievement. So we decided to come together and come and help. So that
Okay, so what do you make of an autistic child riding with you all the way from Adenta to Shai Hills?
it's going to be a plus. This is my first time of riding with such this thing, and we should be mindful of the people we move with. Okay, they are like us. Okay, so we should help them in our movement, in our talking. We shouldn't look down upon them. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, thank you.
Wow. So what should we expect today?
Today, it will be a different altogether, a different thing altogether.
How different is today's exercise going to be from the previous one?
The previous one was the first time, and now Phil has been training purposely for this. And then other event, in the presence of Ajoni, Ago, and then all the pioneers in the or cyclists are here to support young Phil to create the awareness. This tells you that this one is seriously a different one.
It's definitely gonna be special and different. So it appears we don't have only the Eagle riders here. We have other riders.
Yes, we have the Royal cycling, and then we have the. In fact, unless they give me the name, in fact, there are plenty.
Okay. So we have a lot of them.
Yeah, DHR people are here. It's here.
Okay. And I understand we have some cyclists also from Ashama. All the way.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Those who came from Ashama, we say thank you.
Okay. So we're looking forward to having a great time today. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Mrs. Bettino, see you for listening to special needs.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I thank everybody.
It's about 7:56, and the group has taken off, and we're going all the way to the Shai Hills with a couple of stopovers to have fun, photo shoot opportunity, and what have you. So come on, let's go have fun.
Resource Reserve is one of the protected areas under the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission. And where we are now, before the park became a reserve, it used to be the home of the people of Shai. And they used to be in the park between the 10th to the 19th century until they were expelled in 1892. And while they were here, there were places they were living in, which we call the hills and then the caves. And then they engaged in some activities while they were here. While we are here, we are going to visit two of the places, one of which we are at the moment. Where we are now is called the Mogo Hill. The Mogo Hill. Where we are now, it used to be a place where girls who reached their puberty age were brought to go through training for their depot rights, what we call the depot. Girls were brought here during the time and then they were taken through some training. So when we go to the Mogo Hill, you get to see some of the activities which showed the human existence. The Mogo Hill is also the home of the baboons, the green monkeys and the birds. So when we get to go to the Mogo Hill, you get to see some things that depict that the baboons sometimes frequent there. So we are going to do a bit of climbing in 3 forms before we get to the top of the hill. And then we are going to use a rope which is going to assist us to climb. Then when we get to the top, we get to see some of the activities that the people engaged in whilst they were here. Thank you.
How often do people visit here?
It's one of the most visited in the park actually because it's not so tedious to climb. Okay. So a lot of, especially school children, they love to frequent here.
On holidays?
Well. Every day, holidays, weekends, every day. The park is actually opened every day to the public. So at any point in time when people come here, this is where they frequent.
So how many hills in all?
We have 4 caves and then 1 hill. So we have 5 attractions sites, but we are going to visit 2 of these attractions.
What happened to the other 3?
If you want real adventure, then you could visit the other, but because of time, we can get to do 2 out of the 3.
Is it possible to want to spend maybe a day or 2 around? Do you have such provisions here?
Yes, we have accommodation facilities available. People can come in to do the pitch camping. They come in with their tents, then they pitch. We have places where they can pitch. We have luxury tents available as well, and then we have guest houses as well. So we have accommodation facilities for people that want to spend the night in the wild.
You mentioned that this place used to be or is the home of the baboons. Do you still have them around?
Yes, they frequent here, but you won't get to see them when a lot of people come here because they know people are coming. But when you go, you get to see their feces or something of that
Only
sort.
baboons?
Birds also frequent here. The park has antelopes, we have baboons, we have different kinds of reptiles.
How do they feed?
Baboons are wild animals. They fend for themselves. Wild animals fend for themselves because they are living in their natural habitat, so they are supposed to fend for themselves.
This doesn't look too natural, does it?
It is. Right?
With roads, with cars, with people, with voices, people frequenting.
Usually we tell people that when you come here, we don't allow people to play loud music here. So when you come here, you just have to minimize the music and then not shout too much, because sometimes some of the animals, when they hear a lot of voices, they tend to shy away or run away from.
All right. Thank you very much, Portia. I'll talk to you again later. I've been speaking to Portia. She is the public relations officer for the Shai Hills Resource Reserve. Thank you very much, Portia. Hello. So we are here at the Museum of Natural and Cultural History, and I bet you should be here to see what I'm seeing. Interesting stuff that I haven't seen throughout my lifetime. As a matter of fact, this is the first time I'm seeing most of these things around. As you can see, remains of real animals. And I have with me a gentleman here. Please, what's your name?
My name is Prince Asante.
Prince Asante, what do you do here?
Okay, I'm the site manager here. So when tourists come to Shai Hills Resource Reserve and they get a chance to visit the Museum of Natural and Cultural History at Shai, I take them around the natural and the cultural aspect of the museum. Yeah, so that's the main cause, or that's the main reason why I'm here.
So when was this place established?
Beautiful, that's a beautiful question. So this museum or this building that you see, I think very soon you see the building. Yeah, it was established it was commissioned as a national museum just last year on 3rd of March. Yeah, but this building has been here since 2003. And it wasn't functioning as it was supposed to. So by the help of the archaeology department, Legon, they came in around 2015, came to survey around, and they went into agreement or partnership with the Forestry Commission. Yeah, around about 55 pages agreement book. So they started the renovation around 2016, 2017, and by God's grace, and also by the help of volunteers and other people helping, and also very big thanks to the late Mr. Kojo Efriye, Sir John. We all know, he also helped us. He was our then CEO of the Forestry Commission. So, big thanks to him very much. So, he helped us commission this place on 3rd of March. That was last year. So, some past weeks or days, it marked exactly 1 year old of the museum.
Very well. It looks like a lonely place. Is that the case, or you do get a lot of visitors around?
Oh, okay. When we commissioned this place, we all know that COVID worldwide, it worried everyone. But when COVID wasn't around and we commissioned this place on 3rd of March, I spoke to Oh, that was 9,264 tourists. Before the lockdown came in around 31st of April, tourists, and most of them were students because they came in their big buses. So, I mean, as you were saying, yeah, during the weekdays, I mean, we don't get much tourists coming in, but for the weekends, I tell you, I don't even get a chance to eat. They come in their numbers.
From Ghana or both Ghana and outside Ghana?
All the world.
Okay. You have some interesting stuff here. Can you take us around and give us some information? What is this one?
Okay, so these things that you see, we have monkeys, and the monkeys too, we have types of them. So here in Shai Hills, we have one type, or we have types. But this one that you see is called the baboon, or one type of the monkey called the olive baboon. And for them, they are native to Shai Hills Resource Reserve. And we have almost about 42 families in here, and each family consists about 60 or 50 plus. So we have them here. They are native to this land. So these ones are their skulls, or their skulls.
So these are like the different families and not necessarily adult and children.
Yeah, no, for these ones, for this smaller one that you see, this is for the green monkey, another type of monkey we have here. And even for these ones, the baboons chew them when they see them alive. So here, I've been here for almost 2 years. So what the difference that I've noticed is that, I mean, when the baboons come around, the green monkeys, they don't come. And when the green monkeys too come, the baboons too are not around.
So are these ones real skeletons?
Yeah,
did you kill them? How did you get them?
Yeah, this is a beautiful question, and I mean, I'm going to send this message to everyone out there. That's a beautiful question. I mean, we all know natural death. So apart from their natural death through which we get most of their skins and skulls, I mean, we have something called a poaching activity. That's in a simple term, that's illegal hunting. So I mean, where we do have people coming in to kill the animals without licenses. And even when they kill them, they are not even able to send the animals away because we always have our rapid teams, our rapid response team always on guard. So I mean, sometimes when we go for operations, we see the dead animals there like that. We don't throw the whole thing away, but that's where we make good use of some of their skins and skulls, exhibit it to people when they come and say, hey, like the way you said earlier, that you've not seen most of these things in your life. So
very well. This looks like a very gigantic animal skull. What is that?
Okay, and I know you've heard of hippopotamus. Yeah, so this is a skull of an hippo. I think it's almost destroying, so you can't see the beauty of it. But we have 16 national parks in Ghana, and we have one national park called the Bui National Park. And I hope you've heard of Bui Dam. So apart from their dam things, they are also good in hippos. They have hippos there. So for this thing that you see, we brought it from Bui National Park.
We don't have them here.
We don't have in Shai Hills. No, Bui is in the Bono region, at Tebubu, Tiobodom, that way. When you go there, you see them.
Right. And this is a type of an
elephant. Yeah, and this is a pangolin. We just had it last week. Someone brought it, so I'm still doing more research on that. I think I need to even clear it from here. So
okay, and then what about that one?
Yeah, okay. So this thing you see right here too. Let me rather start from here so that they can get there. So this thing you see right here, we have elephants. Okay. We have elephants, and in Ghana here we have one type of the elephant, that's the African forest elephant, and they are friendly. So when you go to Mole National Park, you see them there. So for this one that you see, this is the skull of a baby African forest elephant.
Baby.
Yeah, and when I say baby, I mean 3 to 4 years baby.
This is a real skull.
This is a real skull.
Looks like it's wooden.
Yeah,
like it's carved.
Because it's been in Mole for almost more than 12 years. And just we were commissioning this place last year, they brought it to us that we should. And even when you go to Mole National Park, where very soon we are going to mount this museum to there very soon, you see bigger ones. The adults, when you see, you open your mouth for like 20 minutes.
So
I tell you.
Do you have an idea as to how old this is?
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's been in Mole more than 11 years, more than 12 years old.
This one?
And also just right next to it, that's the lower jaw.
Okay.
Let me just
of the same.
Of the same. So when you're able to raise this and put it on top, you get a full baby elephant face.
Wow. Baby elephant.
What's
baby. That one?
Yeah, that's the wattok. That's a skull of a wattok. But for that one, maybe when we get wattok, that we normally call the bush pig. Ghanaians we normally call bush pig. For them to, when you go to Mole National Park, they are also rich there. They are a lot over there. Yeah, so here in Shai Hills Resource Reserve too, we have zebras here, live zebras. Yeah, and we have ostriches. So these feathers that you see are for the ostriches. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful feathers.
So let's see our friends over there.
Yeah.
Can we start from here?
Yeah, okay, so the crocodiles too, we have types of them. So we don't have them here in Shah Hills though, but from the skins or the skulls that we are having here, we have 3 types. So we have the dwarf crocodile here, we have the exoskeleton of the dwarf crocodile, we have the exoskeleton of the Nile crocodile, that will be very soon going there to see. And also this is a long snouted crocodile, that's the skull. For the long snouted, we don't have the exoskeleton here, but this is the skull of the long snouted crocodile. Okay. And also that's the skull of a zebra or the skull of a zebra. And also
the zebras, did you import them here or they are here naturally?
No, we all know that they are not native to Ghana, zebras. So we brought them from South Africa in 2015.
How many are they?
They are 8. They were 8.
Are they reproducing?
No. Okay, let me finish this statement. They were 8, but I mean you can see a skin here, beautiful skin here. Yeah, so last year, somewhere in November, yeah, we lost one.
It died naturally?
Naturally. And for them what makes them harmful is their back kicking. Because, I mean, when I started my national service in 2019, I had a chance to feed them for a year. So for them, it even got to a time, the 9th month, when I enter and I'm holding the feed, I feed them with this rice bran and wheat bran. When I hold the feed, they'll come and eat. So I was advised that always I should stand at their back because they do a back kicking. Anything that frightens them, they will kick you off and you die at the spot.
Stand at their back?
No, I should rather stand in front of them, but I shouldn't stand at their back. But for the ostriches, for them, they are otherwise. They are very wild. They can take out your intestine within 2 seconds. Well, so for them, they even made me lose my 10 cedi in the cage because they chased me. I was going to buy charcoal. They chased because early in the morning I want to go and feed them and buy charcoal and come and do because our gas, we had a shortage of gas.
So how do you feed them, knowing they are very dangerous?
Yeah, so normally we are 2. So one person will detain it with the leaves because they chew it early in the morning. So to some other part of the cage and I will enter, snake and mix the food with the water and pour it inside the eating trough. But that day I wanted to go alone and I told you, I didn't see the 10 Ghana up to now. I was going to buy charcoal. Yeah, so I don't even know. Yeah, so we all know buffalo. Yeah, so for them to, when you go to Mole National Park, they are there. So this is the skull of a buffalo or buffalo. Yeah. And also there is a cub, antelope. So here in Shai Hills too, we have antelopes. And the antelope too, let me make it clear now, today. The antelope is a broad name. And we have types of them. So even here in Shai Hills Resource Reserve, we have 3 types here. So we have the Maxwell Diker, that we locally call Ochenquine. We have it at the animal farm over there, very tiny, very, very tiny. And also we have another type called the cub. I don't know whether when you went inside you saw some. They are called they are native. They are native. All these animals I'm mentioning, the antelopes, they are native here. So for these ones, they're due to the researchers coming from Legon Animal Biology Department. From their research, we have almost about 900 plus of this over here in Shai Hills. Wow. And even during the lockdown season, where the park was quiet for almost about 4 months or 5, early in the morning you wake up and you see them here, lined up. So they are just like, because the park was quiet, they thought that nobody's in the park again, everyone is dead, so let's come out. So they were loitering. So apart from this type, we have the last type called the bushbuck or the bushback. That's what the Winneba people use for the Abuatri festival. So we have these 3 types of. So this one is for the cub. Over here, that's a type of antelope. And also we have for this one the archaeology department. They are still doing some research on this. Whether it's a bongo, a skull of a bongo. A bongo too is a type of antelope, and we don't even have them in Africa or in Ghana rather. We don't have them in Ghana. So I don't know where they got this, but they are still making research on this. So for this, I can't confirm it.
This is a giant tortoise.
Yeah, so for this one too, it's called a savanna tortoise. Or normally people call them forest tortoise because that's where you mostly see them, or that's where you even see them. Yeah, and for this one, when you do much research, you can get to know that they can even live up to 150 years. They can live for long.
The small ones.
No, this one is a normal one we know in our house with the tortoise.
How did you manage to solidify it?
To preserve and yeah, okay. So here we use the 3 main types of preservation here. First of all, we use a coconut oil, because even when we brought these things here, they were smelling. The smell was high, so we use the coconut oil to reduce the scent, and also we use the kerosene also. And the coconut oil also brightens up the color, and from that we expose almost all the skins and skulls to sunshine.
Okay, so let's move on to the skin. This looks like an elephant.
Yeah, that's an
skin.
elephant part, some part of the elephant skin.
Wow.
Over here, and also that's the year of the baby elephant.
Okay, let's check out some of the skins. This is that of a baby.
Yeah, elephant, 3 to 4 years baby.
3 to 4 years baby.
Elephant, that's the ear.
And
so
that's just the ear.
Yeah, just the ear. 1 year. Yeah, just 1 year. So you can compare from the picture. Yeah. This is so amazing.
Nti we ebusiafo we ye osono ba aso. Osono a we di mfie beye enan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 3 to 4.
Ne ba enya ne honam nyina o na so skin.
Yeah.
Okay. We as an antelope.
Yeah, no,
Skin.
This is a leopard.
And a leopard,
yeah,
yes.
The animal is even close to me.
Leopard.
So that's the skin of a leopard. So here in Ghana, to people ask, yeah, leopards too are native to Ghana. So when you get a chance and go to Mole National Park, and even for them too, they were closed down for
So
about,
this is real?
Yeah, this is real. And they were closed down about 6 months. So even now they've spotted an arena where you go, you say, I want to see leopards, they will show you.
They are very dangerous.
I tell you, people like the skin, but they don't like the animal.
Yes.
Like the way you are doing, yes. Yeah.
This must be a crocodile.
Yeah, so that I was mentioning the types. So this is a Nile crocodile way by now. So another type for this. So for this, when you go to Paga, it's not a national park though, but I mean they are also into tourism. So when you go there, I mean, a Nile crocodile. Yeah, like. So I was saying that when you go to Paga, it's not a national park though, but they are also into tourism. Yeah, photos. They also help.
Okay. Pictures. So this one.
Here too in Shai Hills too, we have cats here. But these cats are not the domestic ones that we have at home. But these are wild cats or bush cats that we Ghanaians normally call them. So this one that, and here in Shai Hills, we have 3 types of them here. And this one that you see is called a civet cat. Locally, they call the kankani in the local dialect. Yeah, so that's what you see.
They are edible, right?
Yeah, they are edible. All the 3 types I'm about to mention or about to show you.
Dangerous too.
It's very dangerous. Yeah, and also this is the bushback, yeah, the type of antelope. And also this is the cock, the one you saw inside the bush.
Okay, that must be a snake.
Yeah, that's an African rock python.
Python.
For the pythons, we have types of them.
Okay.
So this is one type called the African rock python. And also the baboons, the only baboons, the one that I showed you. Yeah, from the Shai. Yeah, and all these ones, yeah, from Shai.
Okay, so you have the pythons here.
All these exhibits, all from all these skins exhibits, we have all these
From
animals
here?
Yeah, here. The pythons, we have them here. We have them here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so baboons,
Yeah. And also, this is the, for the antelopes. And let me say one thing, in the animal kingdom, they always, the males, they attract the females. So always the males, they have beautiful skins. Not
Okay.
like when you come to
The males, rather.
Yeah, the males. They attract the females. So
Okay.
always they are, you can take lions. They have the beautiful skins too. Not like humans. When you come, you know them or you shut them to shake and hey, you go mad.
Okay, so the males rather attracts the females.
Yeah,
females.
the females.
So this is a female.
This is a female over here. So that's the skin over there. And also this is one ribbon. Yeah, this is one ribbon of an adult elephant. Adult African
one
forest. Yeah, just one rib of an adult African elephant. Yeah.
Very heavy.
African forest elephant. Yeah, very, very heavy, I tell you. And also this one hip bone. Yeah, this is just
one hip bone
One hip
of
bone.
an elephant.
I was telling some people earlier that.
Can you imagine that? One hip bone.
Yeah, so let me make this one clear.
Is that an adult
Yeah,
elephant?
it's adult. Yeah, so I was.
That's like a rock.
Yeah. So I think people are very good. So let me just show you one gem trap, a trap down there, which is very important.
So this way or that way?
Yes, use that way.
Okay.
So please, if you are watching or if you are listening to me, yeah, the thing you see right down there is quite a gem trap. Yeah, gem trap. So in my interview earlier, I mentioned of a poaching activity. So the poachers or the illegal hunters, this trap that you see down there, that's what they use to poach most of our large mammals. And even it's due to this activity that we got most of these skins and skulls apart from their natural deaths. And please, when they do this thing too, I think the camera can just switch and show you
So this belongs to them.
So
The hunters.
the poachers.
Poachers.
So when they kill them, most of them, the meat, they also sell them and the skins to they use it for this type of things or this artifact that you see here. So, I mean, we exhibit this thing, the gym trap over there to create awareness that wherever you see anyone using this type of tool, you can report to us. Yeah, so these are some of the things that they use the skins for. So this thing that you see right here, all these things are real. And we see this thing, I'm about to tell you the date. This thing you see is another type of cat too we have here in Shai Hills Resource Reserve called the serval cat. So we have the genet cat here, we have the civet, and we have the serval. So this serval cat, we seized it from a poacher on 20th March 1973. Yeah, that's a very long time ago. So, no, so what the poachers do is that when they kill them for the meat, I don't know where it goes to, but they starve the skin is raw, and they starve it around a wooden structure to depict its natural state, and they sell them. And you know, for the eyes, it will definitely get rotten. So they take them off and replace them with some. Yeah, this I remember when I was a kid, we used to play counters ball and things. So, and they sell them, and just even imagine this board in 1973. Beautiful. Yeah. So you have a whole lot of things. I think you need to wear capture something.
Okay, so let's go. So let's go cut the cake. We'll be back.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana.
Basically, for me, joining this event as someone from the media, and especially sports media, I want to say that, I mean, it's important we encourage everyone, especially parents who have kids or relatives who are living with autism. As we all know, autism is not a mental illness. It is just a biological and sensory processing disorder. So if that is the case, it means it's not bad news in itself, but it is something that can be managed. And as we can see, young Phil is living a very happy life. What Phil has done today, it is something I said to myself I cannot do. Riding from Adenta to Shai Hills is not easy. I mean, some of the cycling association guys, I could tell they were struggling. But the young man survived it. It means that he's fine, and anybody else who's living with autism can be this fine. I know he's a pianist, he swims, he plays volleyball, and he's also a cyclist. These are things that if I should count the extracurricular stuff that I do, I don't think I'll get to the number that he has. So this is to encourage all parents or everyone that in case you have a relative who's living with autism, let's not lock the person up in a room and say he's not fit for society. This is a clear example that it is something that can be managed. We must just put our minds to it and we will deliver it. All the kids deserve to live a happy life like any one of us, like Phil. So please, let's all encourage each other to do this. For GTV Sports Plus, we always say the legends live here because we've over the years brought all the celebrities and heroes and legends to on our screens to excite people. We can talk about Messi and all the big guys. Today we're presenting to you Phil Bettino. He is our legend for today, and we are all excited to be part of this event. Thank you very much.
I'm Mimi.
Okay. Mimi, I understand you have an autistic child. Is that the case?
Yes, I have an autistic child. His name is Prince. Prince Echampo.
How old is he?
He's 8 years now.
8 years. At what point did you realize that he is autistic?
Actually, we realized it when he was 1.5 years old.
How come you did not notice it? Was it that he wasn't exhibiting any behaviors that drew your mind to the fact that maybe he is an autistic child? Was he your first child anyway?
No, Prince is my second child. And you see, as a parent, you will not expect that your child should have a condition like that. So it will not even come to mind that you should look out for something like that in your child. So it wasn't something I was expecting.
You didn't notice it either?
I didn't notice it either because, like I said, he was very young. And he was playing and doing everything like a regular child until I took him to school. I started looking for help. I went to a lot of places, but they were not helping until I met Auntie Angel, the CEO of the Listino Center.
So how is Prince now?
Prince is very fine, but it did not just start because we started therapy from the Listino Center. And that is a touch-based therapy. That's what we do at the center to help children with autism to recover and to become independent. So with the therapy, we started seeing a lot of progress in Prince.
Yeah, so there's been instances when couples have had problems with their in-laws, maybe the woman or the man, because they have, given birth to an autistic child. What do you have for such in-laws?
Listino Center for Autism is doing marvelously well, trying to get children out of autism. So my advice to parents, if there is any parent watching and you have an autistic child, don't just keep him in the room. Go to Listino Center, learn how children are helped. Children who have autism are helped so that you can also help your child to come out. We can see, I have known Phil for some time and I can see a lot of improvement in his life. When I knew Phil, he didn't know how to ride a bike, but now look at what he's doing. And he was trying to learn how to swim. And now here, I haven't seen him swim yet, but the first time I saw him in the pool, he was quite frightened of the water. But now he's doing so well swimming. So everything has a beginning. When you start early with your child, I'm sure he will grow up to be a citizen who has come out of autism. So I know that Listino Center can help you be able to deal with your autistic child.
Okay, so finally, let's talk about this place. Are you impressed with what you saw here?
Yes, I'm very impressed with the museum. They have a lot of things. Actually, I've been here before some years ago. The museum was not here. Here it started just last year. And it has so many things of interest that I encourage every Ghanaian to come here and see for yourself some of the things, the artifacts and the rich history of Ghana in this place.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Mrs. Angela Mano. Okay, so that was Mrs. Angela Mano, former Regional Director, GBC Kofodia. How do you feel about the place?
I like the place. It's a very nice place and there's a lot to see here. So it's a very interesting place to come to.
Okay. Were you tired, having to travel all the way from Adenta to this place?
Actually, I traveled from the Spintex Road to Adenta and then to this place, but I'm not so tired. I've had fun. I've enjoyed the experience, so I didn't feel too tired.
Did you ride?
No, I didn't ride, but I drove behind the riders. So
what happened?
Besides, I'm not a rider myself, but I'm thinking about it.
Oh, you hope to become a rider one day? And what can you say about the riders, especially about young Phil? 14 years, and being able to ride all the way, not just 14 years, but an autistic child being able to ride all the way from Adenta to this. What can you say about the whole thing?
It's very impressive. Young Phil is very impressive. He's done so well, riding all the way tirelessly. He's done so well, very impressive.
How much do you know about autism or children with autism?
I know autism is not a mental disease, it's a biological and sensory processing disorder. And I know autistic children cannot speak well all the time. Some of them cannot speak well at all. That's what I know about autistic children. But I know with training, they can help come out of it. With improvement, with therapy, they can help improve their situation.
Okay, so we have Henry Odumu here. He is a very experienced and a renowned rider from Nigeria, and it's unbelievable. He's also here to support Young Phil. Hi, Henry.
Hi.
How have you been?
I'm good. I'm really good, yeah.
Well, you look tired. Are you tired or something?
No, not really. Just that the road for me to get to this Young Hill, yeah, it's off-road. So I took my road bike. I was supposed to come with my mountain bike, so I went with my road bike, so it's difficult for me.
You didn't know the road is like this?
Yes, I didn't know the road is like this.
So how would you describe the whole experience?
Actually, it's a nice experience, to come and experience this great autism awareness in the Accra region. Actually, I ride all the way from Nigeria down to Ghana. It took me 3 days. From Lagos to this place is about 550 kilometers, like from Lagos to Accra. Actually, I was invited by a cycling coach. I was invited by the Royal Cycling Coach in Ghana. Yeah, he told me about the awareness. I was supposed to be back in Nigeria, but he told me, I said, okay, I have to stay back to witness this great ride and to ride with the Young Phil for this great awareness.
So, how do you find the whole thing? An autistic child, barely 14 years, and surprisingly has been able to ride all the way from Adenta to this place. Do you find that surprising?
Yeah, actually I found that surprising, and I was even asking that, is it this guy that is holding the speed? Because he has been in front for all the ride. I watched him ride the ride. Like, it's not easy for him to ride about 40 something kilometers all the way down to this place. It's not easy. Like, if he continue like this, he's going to be a great rider for the future. Yeah.
That this event is proudly sponsored by GTV Sports Plus, the Ghanaian Times, Shai Hills Resorts Reserve, Eagle Riders, Imaji Fitness Club, GTC Sunrise FM, and Asada Collection.